This season for Shweta's Talkies, we shot in Bombay, we shot in Goa, we shot in Delhi. 70 to 100 years of businesses which are still thriving. On a journey with me this season for these heritage businesses and the exceptional personalities which still run it. Stay with me on this season. Enjoy. Today I'm in Bombay with this beautiful heritage project. Bhanji Lavji Gheewalla from Porbandar, Gujarat. Started almost 150 years ago. They have retained their brand, their tin, their quality, and is renowned for its quality for over 7 generations when it was started. We have Mr. Jatin Simaria, 7th generation. How does it feel to carry the heritage so long?
Fantastic. Though the legacy to take over is a very difficult task, but we are still doing good.
Pretty much generations of them have been brought upon this ghee, and the older generation seems to be attached to it because a lot of heritage back from Porbandar days is attached to how they grew up consuming their food. This was something which kind of took care of the soul, their taste, their family get-togethers in desserts and foods and lunches. And it is famously known as Porbandar Ghewalla or Bhanji Lavji Gheewalla from
We better be
Porbandar.
known as Rana, Pana and Bana.
Okay.
So Rana is His Highness Natwar CJ. Pana is the limestone mines down there, and Bana is our Bhanji Lavji Gheewalla.
Okay. And so colloquially in Gujarati, that's what you say it.
Yeah, in Gujarati, if you say it is Rana, the Porbandar is better famous like with Rana, Pana and Bana.
How is it that you've not changed your packaging at all? As we just showcased the tin, obviously you have it in various sizes, and now for distribution.
There are customer insists that they swear by buying the tins only, and they do not like any other packaging.
They do not like any other packaging, but you have made it easier to go into plastic just for distribution.
So that is for people who have problems in cutting the tins, and also for that, for them we make it a point.
Can you explain this product to us? What is this?
So basically, it's a 2 kg tin. We have in all sizes,
Okay.
all the possible sizes. And
This is
it's
the-
government Agmarked. So I would rather say that please insist on buying any agriculture product which is Agmarked.
So this Agmarked is something we don't know. We only know ISI certification for durables.
Yeah. So it is. This is basically people are so unaware with the Agmarked, and nowadays people have been pushing organic, but this is a properly Indian government approved license. You cannot get a license, so and basically in Agmarked every product is tested.
What is Agmarked? Is it an old certification?
But basically food and agriculture and food, this is the license in India.
I see.
So any product with this is good.
You've won awards. Your family has won awards for this ghee.
Yes, my grandfather got a gold medal from the then minister.
Could you tell us his full name? A lot of.
So my grandfather is Das Simaria, Das Purushottam Simaria. He was given a gold medal in 1955
For the ghee.
for the best ghee in India.
And where do you export this heritage brand now?
So we don't directly export it, but then all the Indian grocers from all over the world, they get a ghee and they only export it.
And the countries will be?
UAE, London, America, basically where there is Gujarati and Marwari crowd.
So they're not buying any new ghees, they're still buying this ghee.
Well, if there is no option, then they prefer buying other ghees, though they don't like it. But yeah.
What is it that sets it apart, this particular ghees? What
So
is it
basically, its origin is from Porbandar. It's no rocket science in this. Basically, how apples, as I've said, that they grow well and nicely in Shimla. You cannot have the same taste. Likewise, the mountains in Porbandar, the Barda mountains, and where the cattle go down to graze and all.
They eat, and when they eat, there are certain kind of minerals which are not found anywhere other parts of India.
Okay.
So naturally, the kind of milk what the buffaloes and the cow give, they contain more fat than any other.
More good fat.
Yeah. And then there is a whole process of making ghee. We call it the Wallona process.
Bellona, in
Or the Bellona. So basically in that process, दूध में से दही बनता है, दही में से माखन बनता है, माखन में से घी बनता है. तो ये एक पूरा प्रोसेस जो है वो बहुत टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है.
कितना टाइम?
ये इसको प्रॉपरली 15 दिन लगता है. तो एक फार्मर के पास इतना कैपेसिटी नहीं होता है. तो जनरली क्या होता है, आज की तारीख में काफ़ी डेयरीज आ गए, तो वो लोग क्या करते हैं कि भाई अभी वो लोग ही टैंकर्स भेज देते हैं और वो लोग घी बनाते नहीं है कच्चा और दूध ही बेच डालते हैं. और बेसिकली उसमें अभी लेबर भी बहुत है जो आज की अभी नहीं करना चाहते हैं लोग. बहुत कम लोग करना चाहते हैं.
तो वो 3 स्टेप प्रोसेस आजकल ज़्यादा नहीं होता.
हाँ, क्योंकि आजकल कोई मेहनत इतना करना नहीं चाहता. अभी मशीन
आजकल घी कैसे बनता है? जो
फिर अभी भी एक मालधारी कम्युनिटी है ऐसे, जैसे दे आर स्टिल ओल्ड स्कूल, दे लाइक टू be with their culture and they still have they have these kettles and all.
Who's Maldari? I don't know. First time I'm hearing about it.
So Maldari is a very renowned community, particularly near about Porbandar and all. Okay, they basically are farmers and they are the best ghee producer in the world according to me.
This is coming from you.
Yeah.
And what is it that they do?
So basically, first of all, they take care of the kettles very well.
Okay.
And secondly,
You said something about women also being a part of
so
taking care of the kettles.
women used to do the whole churning. The whole Bellona process used to be done by the women.
I see.
The guys used to take the kettles out and they used to go down there to make money so that they could feed their kettles. So the women's then used to, and that time the women's, education literacy was only 1%. Now the literacy also have risen, and they have better prospects to do better things in life. So even they have changed their system, and slowly and gradually this thing is diminishing.
You didn't have storage then. You didn't have fridge then. I'm assuming this sits in any temperature.
That is a fantastic question. Now, the best part of our ghee is if you take it in winter, we guarantee you that for 12 months it cannot be spoiled. You don't have to keep it in a freezer, you don't have to keep it anywhere, just normal temperature. And the ghee is edible, it wouldn't get spoiled for years.
And if you buy it in winters, you're saying?
Yeah, that is winter is particular season of the year wherein naturally the same thing, how the ghees in winters are best produced.
Okay.
So our people, my clients, they take tins of ghee during winters for the whole year basically.
Acha.
They don't go buying 1 kilo or half a kilo like that.
And so I'm assuming you keep a bit in stock at any point, right?
Oh yeah.
Knowing the amount of demand there is for this ghee.
Yeah, so stock was definitely earlier, so we used to have 1 lakh tins, in stock. Now that the demand is still there, but then we can't reach to the demand because the production is very less.
Oh, I see. You're not being able
So this is one of a kind business wherein, the demand is more and the production is
Have
less.
you automated any process of ghee making?
No, we just been with the natural process.
The natural process.
घी का हर एक का जो अलग अलग आता है, फिर उसको सबको 100-200 टिन साथ में एक्यूमुलेट करके एक साथ में उसको मर्ज किया जाता है, उससे उसका हीटिंग होता है. तो सर्टेन टेम्परेचर पे उसको हीट किया जाता है. देन देयर इज अ प्रोसेस, उसको जमाने का बोलते हैं. जैसे अपन दही जमाते हैं तो उसका जामवण होता है, वो हिसाब से हम लोग उसको जमाते हैं. तो 15 दिन वो घी हम साइड में रखते हैं, फिर वो जम जाता है, फिर उसका पैकेजिंग होता है, एगमार्क्ड होता है, टिनिंग ऑफ एगमार्क सब जो होता है, और बाद में इट इज बीन सोल्ड.
Butter oil is what? Butter.
So that is ghee in terms of Australian people. They don't go through the Wallona process.
Okay, they don't own the Bellona.
Yeah, they just take out the milk and malai, और वो मलाई का घी बनाता है. So basically that is also good, but that is a dairy other thing. This is a whole different process.
I see. Okay.
It gives a lot of taste difference.
And this is, how do you, I have not tasted it yet, which I plan to. Is it,
So see now, simply for them it is just a byproduct. For it is the whole content.
question. You have cow ghee as well as buffalo ghee.
Yeah,
But you're known primarily for
buffalo ghee.
buffalo.
Person who has tasted my ghee, then they would know. Nowadays what has happened, people, even the mithai walas, the caterers and all, they don't, because of my ghee is a bit expensive. The cost of Amul ghee and my ghee is almost 1.5 times my ghee, So in general perspective, what happens is like all these major mithai walas होते caterers who require more ghee. और then एक time था जब ये लोग घी ऐसा चीज़ है कि आदमी का जन्म होता है तभी भी घी लगता है और मरते हैं तभी भी घी लगता है. पैदा होता है तो from birth to death मरने में भी लकड़ी पे भी घी डाला जाता है, लकड़ी पे भी. तो हिंदू कल्चर में तो है अपने में. तो घी तो सब जगह पे लगता है, तो वो भी एक है. बट अभी इंडिविजुअल पे जिसको टेस्ट पसंद है वो पसंद है.
There were two terminologies which you used while earlier explaining to me the history. Khod and kapas.
Kapas and khod. They are basically cattle feed.
They are called that's cattle feed. You only get it in Gujarat.
You get it everywhere, but they have different name. You get it in your Punjab, Haryana, Assam, everywhere you get it, but they have different name basically.
What are your thoughts on how the cows are bred now? How the cows are bred these days versus earlier? What is the big difference, if there is much? We are not talking about good cow keeping, we are talking about now the standard cow keeping.
There is no difference. The only difference is like when we started, the population was 10 crores and now the population is 140 crores.
Of cows?
No, of people. But the cattle have not increased. So how can such be suffice such a big demand of what I mean to say? Trying to get me. Like that time the population was only 10 crores in India. Okay, there was similar level of cattle at that time. Now the population from 10 crores have increased to 140 crores. But the cattle have not increased that many times, you know.
Okay.
So how is it possible that you can give ghee to everybody? Getting it? Likewise.
So is Gir the larger nation the larger area that you keep commenting about? The Gir
No, we are basically, we call it the Barda Mountains. Now, Gir cow and Gir ghee is also recognized well. So we call it from there also. For us, now the roads conditions are good, not like, in half an hour, 1 hour you can reach everywhere. So basically you can procure ghee from everywhere.
Fair enough. When we first spoke, you said we were colloquially, हमको बोलते थे Rano, Pano and Bano. Now,
Rana, Pana and Bhana.
Rana, Pana and Bhana. Bhana being
Bhanji Lavji Gheewalla. Pana is the limestone of Porbandar, through which the whole Buckingham Palace and lot of big people have made that construction with that stones. And of course Rana is His Highness Rana Natwar Ji.
I see.
And he was the guy who first played cricket, and he was the first captain of the Indian cricket team to England. And the whole Ranjit Trophy is with his name. Yeah.
Did the Britishers consume ghee as efficiently as we thought they did?
They have a different way. Like they have always been habituated to having butter.
But what was the method of movement if you've been selling to overseas clients earlier days?
So at that time, though, even in Bombay, to Karachi, to Dubai, everywhere in ships, the whole they used to call it the country craft. अब हम लोग उसको वाण बोलते हैं. बराबर है वो वाण. तो वो जो है वो 2 टन 5 टन के. Still I have 5, but my Masa has it. So in that we used to, that time it used to come from Porbandar to Bombay, to Karachi, to Dubai and everywhere. Even right now, Pakistan people, they love my ghee and they go to Dubai to buy my ghee.
Which country outside of India consumes this ghee most?
UAE, Africa, all the Indian people. Generally UAE is near to Asia and basically that is reasonably reachable. That is why I would rather say UAE.
Why does Pakistan like this ghee so much?
Because Porbandar and Karachi is very nearby. So earlier times, we are doing business since 1800s, At that time, it was everything. We used to send out, vehicles and everything. So at that time, there was great demand. अरे वो तो एक टाइप का क्लाइंट था ना कि भाई हाँ सब जगह पे जाता था. हम लोग का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन वो टाइम पे कैलकाटा में इधर कैलकाटा इज वेरी फेमस विद मिठाई. And we have a shop in Calcutta, in Bombay, everywhere. Now the production is not that much that we can suffice all these people. So that is why we have to lower down. Demand is still there. People ask, every day they need 2 ton, 3 ton, 4 ton, but where to get that much of? You can have limited sources of now getting it. And if you put higher prices and get it, then people shout with the pricing. So you have to just...
So let's talk about pricing a bit. How do you price a brand like this in today's day and age? Now I'm drawing a parity. Anything which is a heritage brand enjoys a premium.
So earlier times, so even like in the economic times, and also the pricing used to come. Until I remember, people used to refer to each other for pricing. There are very few companies. I don't think so any better company than us. And likewise, basically in places like Khambadia and all, there is a system auctions. So whatever the raw ghee is accumulated, you have the balls, you auction it and you get for yourself.
This is
Today's time also, you have the same way. In Porbandar, there is a different process. There are like old school, old people like Maldaris and all, they swear by it. We have such kind of relationship that they would prefer giving us the ghee. That is what. So that is a forte, we can say that. And of course, we are trusted, so we are government gold medalist. Okay, and we would never hinder that and spoil our reputation. And we've given a lot to the society. We made our own school. We had our own sanatorium. We had for girls, we had our own girls' school, where the girls could. This was वो time पे ये सब चीज़ बहुत पायनियर हुआ करता था, क्योंकि ये सब एक्शंस वो टाइम पे जो सोसाइटी में जो बड़े लोग थे या जो अच्छे मर्चेंट होते थे, यही स्टेप वो लोग ही करते थे. स्मशान भी हम लोग ने बनवाया पोरबंदर में. हम लोग ने एक टाइम था ऐसे कि भाई तभी स्टेट को इनके फाइनेंस का ज़रूरत पड़ता था, तो देयर वाज टाइम दैट वी हैव गिवन द वाटर पाइपलाइन टू पोरबंदर स्टेट.
Okay. And this is all a part of your history now.
Yeah, so that is the blessing what we have right now.
And now you go back to Porbandar, I'm thinking all the 7th generations will remember. I think you'd be a known man when you walk in.
Yeah, everybody knows me down there. Everybody, even the rickshaw wala will drop you to my house. If you come by flight also, then they'll drop you. They'll give you some bit of respect. They wouldn't tell you no.
When did
Earlier, there were times that people used to not take money also if they had to come down to my house.
Acha. Was there any time in the history of sustaining this business that you almost gave up but didn't and continued? Was there a time like that at some point?
Of course, it is never easy to take a legacy so smoothly. We have our own tough times, I would not like to get into it. Yeah, but not related to business per se, but then there was media, there was family, there were people who like to criticize. At that time, there were media who had spoiled our name. There was this Chitra Lekha.
Okay.
They just published anything, and they had given an article, wrong article about us, that the company has collapsed and all these things. It was never the case. And then they just apologized. We got affected badly with that.
So this is what the packaging looks like now, and this is Bhanji Bhai. How do you call him?
Yeah.
He's the original. And
Great
you still have
great
his
great
pictures.
grandfather.
You have not your great great grandfather, and that picture has not changed. You will keep it like that.
Of course, it's his only. We are to just blessed because of him.
And the nutritional values here. You were mentioning something about how quality of ghee is ascertained. Could you tell us a little bit more besides just tasting like?
So basically, the RM value is the thumb point where you can judge, RM value.
Okay.
So we do abide with the RM value. Basically, then only you get the Agmarked license. Basically.
What is the RM value?
So that is a kind of a nutritional value with the ghee has it. Sometimes it is higher or lower. It's a lab test. Everything has been.
You said that it needs a certain amount of 1 kg में कोई RM value नहीं.
So every batch is tested. Every tin has been tested.
This tin, like for
Like this tin, no. Now this is the final packaging. When the raw ghee comes, we take out sample from every ghee. Every ghee has been tested. How a lab test has been done. Okay, we see that does it have that kind of RM value, the nutrition values. All the nutrition values have been written here also. So in that content, is it the parameters are good, then only we buy the ghee.
Okay.
Because there are lot many ways to duplicate it also. So this is generally the Agmarked gives you an authenticity that this ghee is pure and sound to eat and edible.
I saw a little something on YouTube how she was testing ghee at home. There was a lady who was testing ghee at home. So she dipped the paper in 3-4 separate sets of ghee. She dipped the paper, took it out, and first checked it on coloring. Then she checked it on residue.
You know, first you take the smell, then you apply it in your hand, you know, then it gives you a shine. So that is how you come to know that what is the shine. Then finally is the taste.
So there is
But
no
the
home-
taste is
there no home
everywhere.
test
You
can
know, you get a
recommend?
waffle for 500 rupees also, and if you go somewhere, you get it for 1300 rupees also. So it is as like you having a Ferrero Rocher or a Melody. Both are chocolates, you know. So depends upon you what you want to have.
Point. You, in today's world of advertising, the way I looked at this brand, and I had never heard of it till an old friend of mine said, "You have to, Shweta. This is, you know," I was like, "Oh my God, it's been so long, and they're still on. The family's still doing it." Today's day of advertising, where you're not doing any performance marketing, you're not doing any influencer marketing, there is no ads. I marvel at the strength of pure brand to continue through many years without any auxiliary support.
Yeah, though it is not the same because even the kind of sale what we used to do earlier is not the same. People have diverted, you know, as I had earlier told you that the mithai walas or the new generation, the caterers, first thing it is expensive, okay. Secondly, like the new generation has never tasted such a thing, you know. So for them it is very new. Now I wouldn't like to name, but all the mithai walas, I would tell you a mithai wala who has more than 300 outlets all over the world, and they used to swear by taking our ghee.
Okay.
But now they're not taking because maybe it is expensive, and secondly, he came down and told me that now even if I'm using your ghee, people are saying that there is some difference and we are not liking the ghee.
Okay.
So I would say the palates and taste has also changed with time of people, you know.
And there has
So
been
it is
no
very
difference.
different. So, you know, it is not necessary that everybody is going to like it. There are like, you know, if you go to the northern part, if you go to deep inside Gujarat also, you know, they have their own taste also, they have their own formation. But yeah, in Gujarat generally, who have eaten our ghee from before, they would like to and prefer our ghee.
Any
It's like
plans
that.
for the future though, going ahead, or you think this is the most authentic way of you to be close to the heritage of it? You don't want to diversify too much. You're focusing on desi ghee.
Nothing. I would like to go into the backward integration. Like to have my own mountains and my own
Cattles.
cattles, and I would do the same thing.
I had a
And I'll make machines to churn. Now the women's are not churning, so we'll make machines churn.
AI churning.
Yeah. So
Some kind of-
there are natural ways. Okay, I would like to adopt that.
What percentage of the workforce was women in the olden days when you're
So
looking at
basically,
ghee-making?
women were household. They never used to work. Now this is all household work, you know. So this was not like these people also was. It was a luxury to them, but they had so many cattle, and they didn't know what to do of this milk.
I see.
So just because of throwing it away, it was a process, you know. So now, so there are different, like there is paneer, there are caseins. In dairy industry has gone to next level. So there are edible, and there is a whole different
Whole
process.
different game that
game,
you
yeah.
Have you thought of expanding more, or you think how would you stay in touch with the younger lot now? We are relying on the mothers and the grandmoms to kind of introduce to the tea. They maybe have had it, they don't even know about it.
It's a big process, I would say. Yeah.
We ever get to see the Porbandar factory? Do you have a
Anytime it's open.
what does it look like? How old is it now, by the way?
That is similar. It's more than 150 years. Yeah.
Is it still functional?
Yeah, everything is functional.
And so are they
The whole people, you just have to say Bhanji Lavji Lane, so they'll drop you.
also you land and you don't need to say shit. You just say
Bhanji
Lavji,
Lavji, yeah.
I'm assuming a lot of the fourth, fifth generations have also worked with you.
Yeah,
Have the
yeah,
family
yeah.
still worked, or
Yeah,
have
yeah,
they
yeah.
moved to
Everybody, my uncle, my father, my brother, everybody have done. Some or the other they do.
I think
everything.
we need to visit that factory soon.
Oh, anytime, most welcome.
Thank you so much for coming to our talk show.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.